Hello, I'm Game Retainer, and today I've got a few tips on TCG Card Shop Simulator. As you can see, I've got 357 days in the game on my main character, or account, whatever you want to call it. I don't use mods, and these tips vary from beginner's tips to more advanced ones, so let's just dive straight in. The first tip is around these tables. You can actually kick customers out. If you go up to a table and you press Q, the customers will pay up and leave immediately. This is great for 9 PM when the store's closed but you've still got customers taking their time, or the occasional straggler who's sat by himself or herself at a table. Moving on, another one with these tables, use the events or the games wisely. For the last few days I've been running an EX border one, whatever it's called, EX battle. Now, if I look and I go into prices, individual cards, and I click on any EX card, here we go, right? It's taken a bit of a dip, but look, since I've done it, overall, the money's gone up, or the value's gone up, I should say. Same here, although, it fluctuates a bit more. The values do increase, so definitely keep in mind as to what you've got, duplicates, what you want to sell, and what you have an abundance of, what type of card, and try and plan ahead if possible. Moving on to tip number 3, these are not worth your time. Personal units, they can be good if you want to sit here and open up packs, yep, that's great. However, you're much better off order, especially once you've got staff, get yourself an extra shelf, or better yet, a wide shelf. Fill it up with the cards you want to open in this back room, or just anywhere that's away from your main shopping area, and rip packs, because that way your employees will stock the shelves for you, so you won't have to constantly keep refilling your unit. The next tip I've got is about these wide shelves. Wide shelves typically hold more than regular shelves. On a regular shelf, I can only put 2 of these board games, but on a wide shelf, I can put up to 6. I can just move it down there and show you. 6. Now, the reason why this is good is obviously you won't have to top up the shelf as often, but when a customer approaches a shelf and looks at it, the mechanics, the way the game works is in the background, they'll select it. If they're going to buy a product, they'll select a random number between 1 and the amount you've got on a shelf. So if a customer's going to buy this board game and they're looking at this shelf, they'll only buy the 1 because there's only 1. But if they're looking at this shelf, which holds 6, they can buy up to 6. They can clear them out. So it's definitely worth having wider shelves because you can fit much more products on as normal. I mean, these, instead of the standard 16, that doubles up to 32. You can fit a lot more on. It's good for the sort of the bigger items that are quite pricey. So yeah, when possible. Obviously, you don't want to ruin your store's aesthetics. I still like having a few regular shelves, but I'll try and squeeze in as many wide shelves as possible. The next tip I've got is about pack opening. Now, everybody by this point knows that in settings you can select your pack opening speed, but there's more. And this is without mods or any of that. I don't use mods for any of this. If I pick up a pack here and I open it, I'll hold the click to open. I'll flip through the cards pretty quickly. If I open a pack and as I open it, I hold the click and I press the Windows button, it opens much, much faster. Not only that, it'll skip through ones that are $10 or more. So I'll press that button to open up the Windows menu and then press it again to get rid of it. As long as I don't click the mouse, it'll automatically go through every single card pretty quickly. This I find great for opening up packs at speed, and I don't have to hold the click after I've pressed the Windows button. So, well, that was a nice pull. Okay, there we go, now that we open those. The next tip I've got is to do with these. I don't think it necessarily matters which size one you buy, but I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't had a smelly customer make their way into the store in 80 days plus. And the reason for that is I've got one machine here and another up against this wall here. This gets them as soon as they walk in the door. If 2 or more walk in, because they can't get everybody, if 2 or more walk in at the same time, the one on the other side of that wall will get the first person, this one will get the next person. Very rarely will you have 3 people coming in who smell at the same time. So, like I said, 80 days, not a single smelly customer. Definitely recommend doing it that way. The last tip I have, which is a bit of an obvious one, but, you know, there are still people out there who don't necessarily know. Don't open your store first thing in the morning. Your employees will start work. They'll start stacking the shelves for you, or being lazy. In my case, I need to order some more stock. Let them fill everything before the store opens. If you bulk buy a bunch of stuff and then you open up your store, they're not only going to be tasked with filling the shelves from the stock that you've bought, they're going to be topping up from stuff that customers are buying throughout the day, which is massively going to affect productivity. But hopefully you found those tips useful. If there's anything else you can think of that I've missed in this video, then feel free to drop a comment and let me know. But thank you very much, and I'll catch you next time.